what interested me a little bit there about, you talk about a certain amount of players playing on all three teams. Can you just explain that a little bit more, or just make sure that I'm clear on that?
Yeah, so basically what it would entail is that we had 8 particular players who their primary age group would be under 16. They also played up on the under 17 squad and also played with the under 19 squad. So it would mean that they were playing every single week, because the way the league operates in Waterford is that it varies. So one week it's under 12s and under 16s, the other week is under 14s, 17s, or 19s. So it meant that they were playing week in, week out. And towards the tail end of the season, like from the 18th of June up until the 6th of July, which is only, I think, 19 days, some of the girls played 7 matches. And they were big games. There were 2 league playoffs. There was 2 cup finals, cup semi-finals, so there was no respite for them, really, but it kind of shows.
I'm a big believer that we're just not playing enough football, and if you're lucky up here in Dublin, if you're lucky to get half an hour on a 7-a-side game at underage, you're doing well. Do you know what I mean, in terms of the amount of players that are there? So if you're doing an hour's training twice a week, and a half an hour on a Saturday on a bumpy pitch on a hill and a wind, rain, it's actually not enough football to get your skills set up. So it's brilliant where people can play more. Now it's great if you're playing Gaelic or hurling or stuff like that. So you're getting plenty of physical development and stuff like that. But my personal opinion is there's nothing like game time play for kids like that to be getting, for girls like that, especially girls, because a lot of them have missed those kind of years playing in schoolyards and stuff like that. But the picture's beginning to become more clear. So these girls that you started bringing in 2017, they are now, the ones that came in at under 10, under 11, they're the crux of they're the core of this under 16 team you have.
They most certainly are. Between the 16s and the 17s, they're the ones that began it all and have kind of followed through. And I suppose to a certain degree, they're the trailblazers, the role models now for our younger generation that are coming through within the club. They're the ones that they look up to. They've achieved unbelievable success, because when they started off with the under 12, they'd done the double in their second season. Under 12, under 14, they won every game, and then COVID struck with a game to go, so it cost them a league title. Then the following season, they had only one game. Again, COVID interrupted it, and they came back last season and won another league. So they've stuck by it. Now, as with everything in life, you do lose certain players along the way because of other sports and other commitments and stuff like that. But the vast majority of them have stuck with us. And I think it's the family atmosphere that you try and generate, because what we want is the girls to believe this is their club. It's not my club. It's not your club. It's all our club. So they're invested within the structure of the team. They're invested in the club. They work in our club shop. They're involved in our academies now, coaching the younger kids. We have 10 of our team who are part of the 16 and 17 squad we're in transition year. So we have a program with a local primary school that the girls go in once a week and they coach first, second, and third class. So it's all about developing them. They're getting life skills out of it. They're learning about responsibility, about communication skills, about how they deal with the kids, because they've been on the other side of it where they've been coached. Now they're doing it. So at the start, we would have been there and would have helped them set up and what to do. But within a matter of weeks, it was only a case of us being there literally just as the adults. And the girls would have their own structure. They would have their own session planners done, and they would control it, which was fantastic to see.
So you're giving them a very good alternative, because these are under 16. So you give them a very good alternative to other pathways. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly, yes. And the club invests. We pay for their training courses, the PDP ones and stuff like that. Their safeguarding, their guard of vetting, we'll make sure they have that done. Like as we said to you, they're a future generation, because I'm 50 years of age, so I can't keep doing this forever. So you need to have a younger crowd coming along who are going to step in and take over from you. And they'll see the way things are done, and they might see, well, something, we can actually do this a bit better ourselves, which is great to see, because you need progression, you need new
Yeah.
ideas, you need freshness. And more importantly, I think, particularly for our females that are coming through, they need a female role model, you know, that's saying, well, Mary's done this, so I can do it. And we've had an awful lot of our girls who've gone on to League of Ireland, and we've had 7 of them since we started in 2017, who have gone on to play with Wexford Youths and Waterford and Carlow Kilkenny. And some of those are still back with us coaching. During the midwinter break, during League of Ireland, they come back and they play with us before returning to League of Ireland. So that's the kind of family, that sense of belonging that we try to instill in the players, that the Bohemians family is always there for them. We want them to succeed, but if sometimes in life things don't work out, that we're always there for them, that if we want you to go, we want you to try it, and we want you to succeed, but if for some reason it doesn't, we're still here for you to come back to. And I think that's a very important aspect of our ethos, I suppose, for want of a better word, that we try and instill into the girls, that we're all a big family.